So, gobos are image textures which can be used to add realism to your scene. So let's see how we can use it in cycles first and then in Eevee. So for the first step, press Shift A and add an area light, and we're going to position it above our subject here. Then in the light settings, we can increase the exposure a little bit so it's easily visible. Now if we go to the spread setting of our light, we can decrease it to show the actual shape of the light, and if we make it 0, it'll match the perfect rectangular shape of our light. So with this principle in mind, we can go to the top right corner and split our view in 2 sections. For this new window, we're gonna switch it to the shader editor, and we'll have some nodes present here. Now, what do gobos look like and where can we find them? So if we search for gobos texture on Google, we can find these black and white images that can be used to control the dark and bright areas of our light. Also, you can look for a gobos pack as well, which will have a bunch of different options for you to choose. So once you've downloaded the gobo texture, the import process can be made much easier by going to the preferences and turning on the node wrangler add-on. So now we can just select this emission node and press Ctrl T to add all these texture nodes. Next, just press the open button and select the gobo texture that you just downloaded. And now, if we go to the render view, we can see the gobo texture is controlling the area light. And if we go to the spread and decrease it to 0, you can see the actual shape of our gobo texture. We can rotate the light and have it positioned behind our chair here to create an interesting angle. We can increase the spread just a little bit to add that subtle blur and make it look much more realistic. Next, we can increase the exposure as well to add some contrast and make the light and dark areas much more visible. So the spread and the exposure go hand in hand, and you can experiment with that. We can rotate the light as well to have some interesting angles, and also we can change the color to a slight yellow to make it look like sunlight, or also a darker orange to give it the sunset vibe, or any other color as well. Changing the texture is easy as well. You just need to click this file button and find any black and white gobo texture that you like, and it'll automatically update in our scene. But this setup works in cycle only, and if we switch to Eevee here, you can see it's not looking good at all. So let's see how we can create the same effect in Eevee. So instead of an area light, we're gonna press Shift A and add a spotlight here and adjust it and scale it to be roughly on top of our subject again. We can increase the exposure so the light is easily visible. Now for the other options, we can increase or decrease the radius to blur out the shadows. The angle can be used to increase the area of the spotlight, and similarly, the blend button will help in blending the shape of the spotlight. Now, to import our gobo texture, we have to press Shift A and import it as a mesh plane and select the image that you want to import. Now, to make the texture work properly, we have to fix its material in the shader editor. So let's take the color node and plug it into the alpha, and then search for an invert color node and drop it here as well. Now it's ready to be used as a gobo texture. We can press RY90 to rotate it on a Y axis. Now here, I'm trying to align it with our spotlight here, but also positioning it by leaving a little bit of space in front of the spotlight. Now, if we go to the render view, you can see the same gobo effect is getting created here. We can scale it down to get more of those shadow look as well. And if we zoom in and look closely, we can see the light is passing through all those empty spaces, and the literal meaning of gobos is to go between the optics. We can select both these together to rotate it easily, and also use the radius option to blur it a little bit. So here I'm positioning it in a similar angle like before, increasing the exposure and changing the color to create the same look. Now finally, there's one issue that we need to know how to fix. So if you're looking for some gobo texture sometime, you'll notice we have some white portions on the edges here. So if you end up using these kind of texture, the corners will also end up contributing some light. So there's 2 ways to fix this. So for the first one, we can use this mapping node and increase the scale of our gobo texture a little bit. And after that, use the location option to fix the position of the texture. For the second one, we can just switch from area to the spotlight in the light setting, and then just adjust our spotlight, scaling it a bit, changing the angle and increasing the exposure as well. And now the spotlight will cut out a circular shape automatically. So this completes our tutorial. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.